Cedric is like a bowling ball when he gets moving, and it's very hard to stop that kid when he starts going.
Friends and family are remembering the life of a Colorado student who was shot and killed at school. This morning, he's being called a hero.
It is now law. Washington wants daylight saving time year-round, but there is a big catch.
Start practicing for two-wheeled travel. Lime bikes and scooters are headed back to Spokane in just a few days.
$5 a.m. now on our Thursday morning. Welcome to KREM 2 Morning News. I'm Jen York.
And I'm Brittany Bailey. We are tracking breaking news this morning. Authorities are searching for a suspect who fired shots at a man in North Spokane. We want to give you a live look at the scene right now. Spokane police say the suspect was prowling the neighborhood. This is happening at 100 West Carlisle Avenue. They say a homeowner saw a person and chased that man a block. That is when the man allegedly pulled out a gun and shot at the man.
Police say the bullet did not hit the man. The suspect then ran away from the scene. Police are still searching for the suspect this morning, and they also towed away the car the suspect was prowling. They're hoping to see if there's any fingerprints or any evidence they can collect from that car. Now, this is still a developing story here at 5 a.m. We will bring you more information as it comes in. Of course, for updates, you can always check KREM.com.
Well, now at 5:01, we want to get a check of our weather forecast on this Thursday. Boy,
beautiful
looking
sunrise
beautiful outside.
Oh my goodness.
All right. Well, Evan, that's a perfect setup for you to take it away now.
Yeah, I'll take it. I mean, it's been a great morning so far, and we're expecting another great day. Another sunny day with warmer temperatures around the northwest. Temperatures making their way to the 70s once again. Take a look outside. Is that not beautiful to start off your 5 o'clock hour? As we mentioned, the sun coming up earlier and earlier each day. Right now, temperatures mainly in the 50s. We're at 52 right now. Winds out of the northeast at 5 miles an hour. Now, those winds are going to diminish as the day goes on, but here's where those temperatures go. We'll see a high of about 73 degrees, sunny skies along the way. We did see a few clouds yesterday, even a few very quick moving rain showers that came through even the Spokane area yesterday, but those are not going to be the case for today. We're expecting much drier weather to persist from now into your weekend as that ridge of high pressure really takes place just in front of us. So as we go towards the next couple hours, the wind speeds that are currently in the double digits in some spots and that will be in the double digits are going to die down by this evening. As you can see outside, calm, dry conditions, just a few clouds to start off your Thursday morning. We'll be talking a little bit more about what to expect as we head towards your Mother's Day weekend, which includes a very strong warm-up. That is in just a bit. Cody Crawford now at 5:02 is going to get us a quick check of traffic.
Good morning. There's some construction happening in Spokane. The right lane of Ruby Street between Ermina and Montgomery Avenue is closed. Crews are doing some utility work in the area, so if you're headed out in this direction on your Thursday morning, you may want to give yourself a few extra minutes to get around. That is the only update I have, but I'll be back in 30 minutes more. Brittany and Jen, back to you.
Cody, thank you. Coming up on 5:03 now, Lime bikes and scooters are coming back to Spokane next Monday.
It's all part of the city's wheel-share program. Now, we first saw the bikes and scooters last fall in the pilot program. You can borrow them in different areas of Spokane for a rental fee, but there are a few rules you should know about before using them.
First, know your location. Next, users need to ride in the streets or bike lanes when using them downtown. That is the area that you see there on your screen. Outside of downtown, when the speed limits are higher than 30 miles per hour, people can ride on the sidewalks.
Now, scooters are limited to 15 miles per hour on the Centennial Trail. That number is cut down to 7 miles per hour if you are using them at Riverfront Park.
Helmets are encouraged for safety as well. They will be available at various locations downtown. Lime also uses a dockless system, so it allows bikes to be parked at essentially any location. To rent one of the vehicles, you must be 18 years old or older. You also will need to download the Lime app.
Washington's daylight saving bill is now law, but with a catch. Governor Jay Inslee signed the bill to move the state into daylight saving time year-round. But Washington cannot actually do that without approval from Congress.
Federal law allows states to opt out of daylight saving time, but it does not allow states to do the opposite. Hawaii and Arizona both operate on standard time. More than 30 states are considering changes as well. If Washington were to move to daylight saving time year-round, we would keep later sunsets in the summer, but we would notice the change more in the winter months.
Well, Governor Inslee also signed several bills to protect endangered orcas. The new laws include tugboat escorts for oil shipments to prevent spills. He also signed a bill that requires boats to slow down and keep a farther distance from the orcas.
5:04 now. A sea of red filled Portland's waterfront park. More than 20,000 teachers walked out of class to demand more funding.
Public education is under attack. What do we do? Stand up, fight back.
Well, the teachers marched through the streets of downtown Portland, chanting and carrying signs. They were there to call for more education funding. The Portland rally was just one of several rallies around the state. They were organized by the Oregon Education Association. That is the state teachers union. The union's president said the message is simple.
Everyone thinks that we're fine, but we've got large class sizes, teachers buying materials out of their own pocket. We need more money to support our kids.
We need more funding to be able to provide the supports in education, particularly in special education, to give our students what they need and deserve.
Many of the teachers said classroom sizes were getting too big. They said if the number keeps rising, students will not get the necessary attention they need.
President Trump says he wants to move on from the Russia investigation and focus on the 2020 election. But congressional investigations by both parties are moving forward this morning.
The Republican-led Senate Intelligence Committee subpoenaed Donald Trump Jr. He's being asked to answer more questions about Russia's interference in the 2016 election. This is not the first time he has been questioned. Trump Jr. testified before the committee back in 2017.
We've talked for a long time about approaching a constitutional crisis. We are now in it.
Well, meanwhile, the House Judiciary Committee voted to hold the Attorney General in contempt. This all comes after William Barr refused to release the full Mueller report. President Trump also invoked executive privilege to block Barr from releasing that unredacted report. The contempt resolution against Barr now moves to the full House.
Flags are flying at half-staff in Colorado following a deadly school shooting. The state's governor ordered the flags to be lowered at all state buildings to honor the victims.
Well, hundreds of students in Highlands Ranch gathered to remember the teenager who died in Tuesday's school shooting. This morning, that student is being remembered as a hero.
There's another part of you that wishes he would have just turned and ran, retreated, hid, did something to put himself out of harm's way if that was possible.
18-year-old Kendrick Castillo was shot after lunging at one of the gunmen. He is being remembered as a kind soul and the reason many of his classmates were able to escape. In court, prosecutors identified the two suspects. They say both were students at the school.
The school will be closed for the rest of the week, but counselors will be available for students.
In Florida, the governor there signed a bill to allow more teachers to carry guns in school.
Teachers would not be required to carry guns, but those who volunteer would have to undergo firearms training. They will also have to have a valid concealed weapons permit and pass a psychological evaluation and drug test. School districts have the final word on whether they will let teachers carry firearms on campus. Pictures of a massive collection of guns are spreading on social media, and they have a lot of people talking.
Los Angeles authorities found 1,000 firearms in a home in one of Southern California's most expensive neighborhoods. LAPD shared photos of guns piled up on top of each other. Investigators say hundreds of makes and models, including assault weapons, were found at that home. Neighbors said they had no idea that they lived so close to so many weapons.
I mean, I'm right up the road over there, and you get scared. What is it? You want to have 1,000 bottles of water in your house? Go get 1,000 bottles of water. 1,000 guns? I mean, do you see what's going on here?
Very scary, so we're surprised.
Authorities say they were tipped off about a suspect who was manufacturing and selling illegal firearms out of that home. Time now, 5:09 on the dot. Well, it can be tough to get children to eat healthy foods, but one local university study is offering up some tips.
And it's a name no one seemed to be expecting. Meghan Markle and Prince Harry revealed the name of their newborn son.
Plus, taking a look outside, we are moving toward another day of dry and calm conditions, but a strong warm-up is on the way. We'll be talking about just how warm we'll be getting after the break.